Good morning, friends. Now let us continue with the concept of passive voice. So in my previous video, we just tried to understand the concept of passive voice, and now we will go for examples. Before that, let me give you a quick revision for this one. So to deal with this kind of questions at PO level, first and foremost, we must able to identify singular noun and pronouns. So as I said, singular nouns are used with article a and an. And friends, one more thing I just would like to tell you that sometimes the article the is also used when we are talking about the particular noun. ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟವಾದಂತಹ ನಾಮಪದದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ದ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಗುಲರ್ಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಫ್ ಐ ಸೇ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಈಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಆ್ಯಪಲ್, ಹಿಯರ್ ಆನ್ ಆ್ಯಪಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ಎನಿ ಆ್ಯಪಲ್. So in place of an apple, if I say I am eating the Kashmiri apple, so here the word the, it stands for the particular apple, that is Kashmiri apple. So that is how we usually make use of the for singular. And we also need to identify the plural noun and pronouns in this kind of questions. And as I said, plural nouns, more importantly, it ends with either yes or es. And more importantly, we must also able to identify the V3 form of verb, which is also called as past participle. V1 is usually given in the question. So with this background, now let us move on to the examples regarding this kind of questions. So in this video, I have listed around 15 examples so that the concept would be completely cleared for you. So let me go for the first example. A crime was reported to the Prince of Monaco. The prince dash amaze. The word in bracket is amaze, and the word prince stands for singular noun, so we make use of was, and V3 of amaze is amazed. The prince was amazed for a murder. Again, it is a singular, so we make use of was, and V3 form of commit is committed. A murder was committed in his toy kingdom. The ministers, the word ministers is a plural, so we make use of were summoned. V3 of summon is summoned. The ministers were summoned to discuss the matter. Now we'll go for another example. The lessons learned by Vandana Shiba about diversity. So here the word the lessons stands for plural, so we make use of were transfer. V3 of transfer is transferred to the protection of biodiversity. Thus Navadhanya form stands for singular, so we make use of was, and V3 of start is started. Navadhanya form was started in the Doon Valley, and it is a singular pronoun. Was located. V3 of locate is located. It was located at in the lower elevation of Himalayan region. So let us move on to the next example, friends. Shantiniketan stands for singular, so we use was started. Shantiniketan was started by Rabindranath Tagore. Today it stands for singular, was considered. It was considered as one of the best learning centers in the world. The Earth University again stands for singular, was inspired. Was inspired by Rabindranath Tagore. So let us move on to the fourth one. Tamanna came to the plantation after walking hundreds of miles. He stands for singular pronoun, so we make use of was, and V3 of appoint is appointed. He was appointed to look after the garden. The workers were happy as their problems stands for plural, so we make use of were, and V3 of solve is solved. Their problems were solved, full stop. The income improved dramatically, but a change in the owner's lifestyle. A change, it is a singular, so again we make use of was, and noticed. It is a V3 form of the word notice. A change in the owner's lifestyle was noticed by his wife. So let us move on to the fifth one. Last night I had a very strange dream. I dreamed of a great library and it, the word it stands for singular, was burned. V3 of burn is burnt. It was burnt down. Its countless volumes stands for plural, so we make use of were. So V3 of attack is attacked. Its countless volumes were attacked by flames. I stands for singular, was disturbed. I was disturbed by this dream. So in all these 5 examples, more importantly, we had come across regular verbs. So at the same time, a less number of irregular verbs are also used. Friends, you cannot neglect the irregular verbs. Kindly keep on practicing that. Now let us move on to the 6th one. Baswaya had 200 acres less land than Tamanna. And so Tamanna, the word Tamanna stands for singular, so we use was, and V3 of ask is asked. Tamanna was asked to sell his 200 acres to Baswaya, so this stands for singular, was. So V3 of reject is rejected. This was rejected by Tamanna. Instead, a demand stands for singular, so again we use was. V3 of place is placed. A demand was placed that Tamanna was ready to buy all his land. Now let us move on to the 7th one. Privacy had double function in Japan. Author stands for singular, was surprised. Author was surprised to notice Japanese attitude towards privacy, though telephones stands for plural, so we make use of were. Though telephones were situated in the open, confidential business transactions stands for plural, so we make use of were conducted. So V3 of conduct is conducted. Confidential business transactions were conducted with ease. Now let us move on to the 8th one. Boeing in Japan was closely observed by mics. Boeing stands for singular, so we use was. V3 of do is done. Boeing was done in an oriental and formal manner. One's social rank, it is a singular, and status is a singular. Two singulars are joined together by a conjunction called as and. ಎರಡು ಏಕವಚನದ ಪದಗಳು and ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಂಜಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ನೌನ್. ಸೊ social rank and status were reflected when two persons bowed to each other. In many cases there were clear-cut rules and they stands for plural, so we make use of were observed without difficulty. So now let us move on to the 9th example. Roof was a young man. He singular, so we use was. V3 of know is known. He was known to everyone in Umofia. The POP campaigner met him at night. No words, it is a plural, so we make use of were, and V3 of waste is wasted. No words were wasted between them. Roof, it is a name of person, as we know that this is from the lesson Ota. Roof, it is a singular, so we use was. V3 of give is given. Roof was given 5 pounds to vote for Madhuka. Let me go for the next example, the 10th one. Marcus Abbey was the PAP candidate. He, it is a singular, was warned. He was warned about the radical change in the thinking of Umofia. So 5 months salary, it is a plural one, so were should be used. Were V3 of draw is drawn. 5 months salary were drawn in advance. His campaign boys stands for plural, so were armed. His campaign boys were armed with eloquent little jute bags. So the 11th example, the rural women of Pudukkottai found a way of hitting out at their backwardness. Cycling is a singular, so we make use of was, and V3 of choose is chosen. Cycling was chosen as a medium in doing so. Again, cycling is a singular, so we use was, and V3 of learn is learnt. Cycling was learnt by over 1/4 of all rural women. The new skill, again it is a singular, so we use was, and V3 of display is displayed. Displayed by over 70,000 of these women. So now let us move on for another example. The district collector's main aim was to make literacy reach the interior. So mobility is singular, so we use was. Included. Mobility was included as a part of literacy drive. Loans, it is a plural noun, so we use were. Provided. Loans were provided by the banks for women to buy cycles. Specific duties, again it is a plural, so we use were. Allotted. Specific duties were allotted to each block to promote this drive. So friends, these are the regular examples what we have discussed till now. Sometimes for certain blanks they may give 2 words in bracket. ಕೆಲವು ಸಲ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಫಿಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ 2 ವರ್ಡ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಅವರು ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಶುಡ್, ರೈಟ್, ಮೈಟ್, ಅಟೆಂಡ್, ವುಡ್, go, cannot and define. Friends, we know what these words are. These are verbs. We don't have any doubts in that. And these words, should, might, would, cannot, can, could, may. So this kind of words we usually call them as modals. So whenever we have modals as well as verb in bracket, so we do not make use of was or were. So was ಮತ್ತು ವರ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಆ ಥರದ fill in the blanksಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. That is what you should keep in mind. Here we have 3 examples regarding that. Let us see what they are exactly. So in the toy kingdom, a council, it is a singular and only one word is there. So was called to consider what could and do. 2 words are there. So here we do not use either was or were. So we keep the word could as it is, and next to that we use the word be, and V3 of do is done. So to consider what could be done, it, again it is a singular, was decided to send a letter to the King of Italy. So let us move on to another example. A letter, it is a singular, only one word is there in the bracket. So was, and V3 of send is sent. A letter was sent to the French government. A prompt reply, again it is a singular, so was received. A prompt reply was received. It said that a machine and an expert, 2 words are there in bracket. So the first word we keep as it is, can, be, and V3 of supply is supplied. A machine and an expert can be supplied, but the cost would be 16,000 francs. So let us move on to the last example. The King of Italy was a brother monarch, and might and induce, 2 words are there. The first word, model, might, we keep it as it is, be, and V3 of induce is induced. Du, CED might be inducer, to do the thing cheaper. So the letter, it is a singular, was written, and a prompt, again it is a singular, reply was received. So this is how we deal with this kind of example, friends. With these 15 examples, we come to the end of this particular topic, and kindly keep on practicing with this kind of examples. So in my next video, I will come up with one more topic. Till then, have a nice time, and kindly do not forget to subscribe, like and comment for more videos. So have a nice time, friends. Take care. Bye bye.